I bet you can tell by all the orange and brown colors that this is all about autumn, and Plaids and Pumpkins is the name of this brand new collection from hot off the press. Now, by the way, this is exclusively available, did you hear me? Exclusively available at paperwishes.com. So let me just walk you through every single item in this collection, and I'm going to just slide these pieces over so we can get a close-up of every single piece. So let me start with our 12 by 12 patterned cardstock, and there are 12 sheets, and let me just show you what they look like, and we'll start right here. Now, it used to be that our papers and our cardstocks were micro-perfed together in sets of 2. That's no longer true. They come in single sheets, and this is the first sheet, and isn't that elegant? You can see the plaids on the corners, there's some text in the center, and it's just a beautiful example of what we think of when we think of Halloween, no, well, Halloween, but we also think of fall and plaids, and beautiful. On the back side, this is what it's going to look like. Look at that plaid. Wow, right in your face. Here is the next sheet, and we've got that charming pumpkin or scarecrow around the pumpkins and the squash, and you see that plaid is kind of ghosted back in the center. Now, if you are a scrapbooker, you know your papers and your photographs are going to go right there. But if you are a card maker, think in terms of 4, because you can get 4 cards out of this, and you just think in terms that way. One of those cards is going to be this one, including that charming scarecrow, and there is a new plaid on the back of that. Here we have some beautiful sunflowers, which is always part of our fall. And there is a yellow and orange plaid. Here we have an owl with the fall harvest, and we've got a crow over here, part of our fall. And on the back, we have this beautiful autumn leaves, just gorgeous. Now, this is our large cutouts and also 2 border pieces. And these are designed so that you can put other things in them. And I'll show you some ideas for that. And here is another plaid. And these are more cutouts. In fact, in this collection, let me look on the front of the package, wherever I put that. And there are, let me see, there are 52 cutouts in this, and you're going to get 2 of every single sheet that I'm showing you. Now, most of these have gradings, but some of them have just the art so that you can overlap them and layer them and do different things. On the back of this, there is this, and you've got some beautiful artwork too. So that's what you get. You're going to get 2 of each one. Now, because this is hot off the press, on the back of the package, you're going to get ideas. You're going to get a page, and you're going to get a card. And I can show them to you up close and personal right now. Here is that 12 by 12 page. You can see we've got 2 photographs, and we have one of those large cutouts and a smaller one that's been overlapped. And we have our gold fern dazzles just beautifully placed right there. And then here is the card idea. Remember, that's the one that I said it was that lower area of that 12 by 12 sheet. And there's one of the cutouts and some dazzles on the side. Just beautifully done. And doesn't that work really, really nicely? Now, to go along with our 12 by 12 pattern cardstock, also the 6 by 6, we also have our solid cardstock, and here it is. There are 12 sheets in here also, and let me just show you what they look like. So I'll start here with the first one, and you're going to get 12 sheets, but you're going to get 12 colors, and we do that because on the back side there's a different shade. So here we've got this really nice medium orange, but on the back side we've got a lighter shade. Here is a brown, and on the back we've got a darker shade. We have a yellow, and on the back we've got a lighter. You can see this kind of burnt orange, and on the back, and we've got this tan, and on the back we have a black, and we have a green, and on the back a darker green. You're going to get 2 of each one of those, and they're going to complement perfectly with all of the colors in the pattern. Now we also have the 6x6. Now I'm not going to go through the sheets because we went through those with the 12x12s, but it's exactly the same except it's shrunk down. In this case, you're going to get 4 of each paper and you're going to get 104 cutouts, so exactly double the amount we had in the 12x12, and that's going to work perfectly. Now we also have die cuts, and the die cuts look like this. In the package there are 31, and let me show you that they are like this and like this. So they're going to just pop right out of the sheet, and you're going to get 31, as I said. Just like the cutouts, they are, most of them have greetings on them, but some of them just have the art. Again, you can do some layering. And in this package, as in the others, there are ideas, but I'm here to show them to you. So here is one. And you can see the time for hot apple cider and the crisp air is right here. And this little one, autumn is calling, well, that's right here. And just really works well with those papers, just beautifully. And it just makes it so much easier and faster, quite frankly, to make your cards. And the second one is, what did I do with it? Let's see, it's right here. There it is. Always thinking of you. And this is also using the cutting die, which I'll get to in just a moment. And you know what I forgot to do is I forgot to show you the 6x6 idea. So let me turn this over and show it to you. Little right here, but here it is larger. So this card is 5 by 6.5. So to take up that ½ inch, we put the solid cardstock and then put our 6x6 paper right in the middle and add some of the cutouts and some right here. And it just works nicely. There's that little owl in it, and adding some dazzles and some ribbon and some of the cutting die pieces. And let me just bring this over. In fact, show you, number one, the chipboard, and here it is. In fact, as always, there is an idea on the packaging. That's how hot off the press works. There is the card, but let me show it to you in person. And you can see that with the chipboard, there's so much detail that's been added, and we'll get in just super close so that you can see that detail. Okay, so not only are the lines in the pumpkins, but also on the owl. Look at that scarecrow, and just lots of detail that just makes it so much easier when you go to color them. Now, I think that these have been colored with markers, and on the package, it will give you information exactly how Debbie did her finished piece and just added that to her card with glue. Just great. Look at that owl sitting right there, perched on his arm. So that's done. And now for the cutting die. Here they are. And there are 18 cutting dies in this package. And you can see the sunflowers as well as the pumpkins, as well as all of those sprays. And they are right here. And this was done with a circle die, just making a window. And let's see, let me pop that open. There we go. And you can see how that is just making a nice little aperture there, and a lot of layering going on. And again, these dies are just done beautifully, and a lot of extra detail with the new thin cut technology that's happening and creating these with such extra detail, as you can see. And that's just working out, and you saw these earlier, so beautifully done. Okay, so that's what we have in the brand new Plaids and Pumpkins, the 12 by 12, to coordinate with the solids, as well as the 31 die cuts, as well as the chipboard and the 6 by 6 and the cutting dies, all of them perfectly coordinated. Now, because Hot Off the Press and Paper Wishes really likes to reward you for being part of their family. If you, at the proper time, if you go to the website and go clear down to the bottom, you will see this download, and it has cutouts that are there. You can connect with these. In fact, they will be sending you a link to this, and you can print this out and cut these out as many times as you want. If you happen to be a VIP member, you will be receiving an email that will tell you you will be getting 12 preview sheets of 6x6 papers of this collection, and that will be sent to you for free with your next order. Yes. How neat is that? How many companies give you something for free just for ordering from them? It's a great deal. So Plaids and Pumpkins is the newest collection from Paper Wishes and Hot Off the Press. I think you're going to love them.